Remember when you were in high school? If someone's parents were going to be away, kids would want to have a party? Yeah, not my friends. When's your dad going to be in town so we can have a party, they would ask. Growing up with a Hollywood director was exciting and intimidating, competing for attention. I loved him, sometimes feared him, and wanted to please him. My friends were musicians and artists. They would have a jam session in my parents' oversized front entrance of the house. Dad made people feel valued. He had a sense of fun. My girlfriend said, your house was the ultimate utopian drop-in center, and your dad was such an enthusiastic listener that she said she would embellish stories just to keep his rapt attention. When Dad died at 61 from a heart attack, my friends and people close to him felt like they had lost a father too. Ironically, we felt like Dad gave the best of himself to other people than he did to us. He's a better father to my friends than he is to me, my younger brother had said to me once. It was the ultimate reward to bask in Harvey's approval. He had a gift as the universal father. Yet his own family felt he saved his best self for work and was depleted for us. We were often left wanting. Dad took on the role of surrogate father when his only sibling, his older brother, died and left behind a wife and 3 young children. My cousin was studying architecture at U of T and was having what she thought was close to an emotional breakdown. Dad was out of town working, as he often was, and she took a taxi with her drafting table and parked herself in my dad's tiny little office around Bay and Bloor. The next day, my dad showed up unexpectedly, saw my cousin practically blocking the entrance to his office, and promptly turned around and left. My cousin went into a panic. I have pissed off Uncle Harvey. What was I thinking, just showing up without asking? A few minutes later, Dad came back holding 2 coffees and 2 muffins, and without a word, he put a coffee and muffin on her desk and a coffee and muffin on his desk. Dad had a knack for knowing. If you had a headache, he would hold his hand over your head and locate the pain by the heat it emitted and help ease the throbbing. If we were sick, he was the one caring for us, bringing ginger ale and comfort. Dad also had a dark side that most people were not aware of. He struggled with depression, migraines, and his smoldering anger was passive-aggressive. It didn't have a name when we were growing up. It just looked like a dark cloud, and he would wear sunglasses in the house and not talk to us for days or acknowledge we were in the same room. It made us hyper-vigilant to not set him off because no child wants their parent to withhold love. My sister and I would say sorry, thinking that would correct the invisible crime we thought we had committed. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I dubbed us the Sorry Sisters. I know now how damaging that is for young children, and clearly the silent treatment is a trigger for me as an adult. But what was the norm in childhood becomes clear that my father had his own inner demons to contend with. He was also humble and generous. He loved to provide experiences instead of material gifts, road trips, visiting him on the set, introducing us to all types of music, theater, dance, literature, diverse people, and an open mind. He treated everyone with equal respect and showed genuine interest whether you were his taxi driver or a Hollywood A-lister. He had a great laugh and gave the best hugs. A therapist said to me, "You pick emotionally distant or controlling men." It was what was familiar. It's taken more effort to choose carefully without falling into the same pattern. At some point, I've had to stop blaming my father for my failed relationships. Most people haven't had the fairy tale relationship they wanted with their father or father figure, but we still can be a caring and connected parent, friend, or partner if it didn't exist in our life. I made a conscious choice to parent my children differently, and the work I choose working with families benefits from the scars from my childhood. Gratitude and forgiveness are the great healers in life. I'm aware I inherited far more strengths from my father, and I prefer not to focus on the negative. I know he loved me, and I loved him, and I'm grateful to have had him in my life.